Hello everyone, welcome to video number 6. Here we will focus on how to complete the QFFQ sections G to J. These sections include eggs, legumes, vegetables, and soup. Okay, so our first section is the section on eggs. So did you have any eggs in the last 7 days? That's a yes. Just determine which type of eggs was it, boiled, scrambled, fried. And then if someone had an omelette, you can just indicate it, and then also the ingredients of that omelette. And that's cheese. So the omelette is made of 2 eggs and so you've got 50 gram cheese and 1 heaped tablespoon of green peppers. And this is all once a day, 1 time in the week. Right, then we move on to legumes. This includes baked beans, bean salad, sugar beans. Let's say your participant consumed legumes in the last 7 days. Then you just have to identify what type of legumes they consumed. For instance, you have other beans, so let's go for baked beans and tomato sauce. So this was canned, and it was from the can. It was 1 heaped serving spoon once daily and only 1 time per week. Okay. Then in this section, it also covers lentils or any nuts. There are some photos of nuts in your manual, as well as some photos on the vegetarian products. Get as much information about the vegetarian products. If you have to ask for the package, maybe that they can show you that, so that you can write down the brand name to get more information for the coder, to ensure that the correct product is coded. There's a variety of vegetarian products as indicated in the manual. It can be processed foods that are into patties or to a sausage type of dish. So please have a look at that. If your participant did consume any vegetarian products, make sure that you do get the correct information for that. So you will see the next section is section I, and this section covers the vegetable intake. So you'll see you will have a vegetable card that you can take out and show that to your participant and let them indicate which of the vegetables that they consume within the last week. Then you can quickly identify what foods were consumed, and you can quickly also just You can just maybe circle if they had cabbage or tomato and onion gravy that they've identified. There's also some more maybe carrots and potatoes and say beetroot. And if there were any salad vegetables that they identified, no. For instance, that you can add that as well. So then you can just quickly go back and then you can ask them. So yes, they had vegetables. So they consumed cabbage. How was your cabbage prepared? Boiled, boiled with potato, tomato, onion, and oil, either fried or coleslaw, or was there any other method in what that it was cooked? So for instance, it was coleslaw, and it was a half a cup of coleslaw, and this was say once a day, but 2 times in the last week. So the next one that your participant indicated was tomato and onion gravy. Was it without oil, with oil, or was it canned? So yeah, it was canned, and I had 1 level serving spoon. So remember, I even though I'm going through this quite quickly, you would ask the participant from your dietary intake assessment kit, which of the tools, which of the spoons would identify or give a better description of how much they consume of the specific item. So it was once a day, 1 time per day, and then it was maybe 4 times in that week. Moving on to your carrots, cooked, boiled with potato, onion, and oil, or any other. Say you had sugar, you added sugar to your carrots, and you in the last week, the amount that is usually consumed, say it's a half a cup, and it's once a day, but 3 times in the week that has passed. And say I had raw carrots, but it was salad, and that was 1 heaped serving spoon, but only once a day and 1 time per week. Then potatoes, what type of potatoes? For instance, I cooked potato, it was steamed, but no extra fat added. And it was a medium potato. And it was only once in a day, 1 time per week. Then I had chips. You identified from quantifying that it was about 100 grams, and that was once a day, but 3 times in the week that passed. I had cooked beetroot. It was just boiled, nothing added, and I had 2 medium, or your participant had 2 medium, and it was only once a day, 1 time per week. Moving on to your salad vegetables. So you still had raw tomatoes, and that is about half of a medium tomato that's usually eaten, and that's once a day, but 7 days in the week. And the raw cucumber is half a cup once time per day, and then say 2 per week. Okay, so that will cover your vegetable sections. There's also a section for your mayonnaise and salad dressing. Just make sure if you do capture the mayonnaise and the salad dressing that they consume here, that it is only as eaten, for instance, on the vegetable salads, on your salad, basically. Okay, so moving on to section J, which is the section on soup. As you know, we do get different types of soups, the packets, your dry soup powders, and then also canned soup or soup mixes, such as those at Woolies or Spar or Checkers. So identify what specifically was consumed. If the participant did have the soup pouches or the canned soup, you can also identify the brand that was consumed, to also make it a bit easier and get more information on what type of soup was eaten, and any other types of soups, or if it was homemade, please identify the ingredients list again, and then determine the ratio of the ingredients if possible, and then a description and just the amount that was consumed of that soup that was prepared. So just again, with this section, make sure that you can get enough information to do a proper analysis of the food item. All right, so that brings us again to the end of this section. So section J was our final section for this video. Thank you for watching, and please go to our next video that will continue to the different sections of the 7-day QFFQ. Thank you.